I don't drink, don't smoke, never have. Exercise regularly. I get about 10,000 plus steps a day. I'm always lifting boxes. I don't ask for help to lift anything or move anything. It's good for your muscles, good for your overall health. So the main thing is move your body every day. And I will not see retirement in the near future.
So for over 40 years, Ms. D has been serving our community in the field of education. But in the last 22 years, she's been serving Alief Independent School District. I met Ms. D a couple of years ago. I never met someone so passionate about their career, so passionate about loving children. And the things I was sharing with her, some of the things that I've seen, it doesn't compare to some of the things she's seen. So the purpose of today's segment is to share with you about the amazing young lady and her service to Alief School District, and also for her to serve as somewhat motivation for our retirees. Ms. D is 57 years young. If you reverse that, that is true age. But she walks circles around the people here. She definitely gets over 10,000 steps in a day. Welcome to the show, Ms. Jones. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for having me.
Great. So how did you end up at Alief Independent School District? I know you spent 26 years or somewhere else. How did you end up at Alief?
Well, my husband was a football coach, University of Iowa, and he is from Houston. He retired from football and decided to move closer to home here in Houston near his parents. And so that's how I ended up in Houston.
Wow. So what is your role within Alief School District?
Well, my title is Business and Community Coordinator. I support Alief ISD students, staff, and families on a regular basis. Whenever they need anything, whether it's minor or whether it's major, fire or hurricane, damages to their homes, I support that wholeheartedly.
Yeah, no, she has a list of people she reached out to, and I see that phone ring. If I don't answer, I call back because I know it's an opportunity to serve. Unfortunately, over the last couple of years, we've been able to contribute through our partners with Simple Choice Insurance Brokerage, Grace Community Outreach, and Memorial Hermann, over almost $300,000 in support in value. That wasn't our cost, but it was our contributions. We're very grateful for that. So tell us about your family, because that has to be what motivates you more than anything.
Well, my personal family, I have 2 daughters and I have 2 granddaughters, 1 grandson. They all live out of state. I am married. My husband is retired, as I said. He was a football coach. I have a work family as well. I also have the family in the community that I take care of as well. So I enjoy what I do. I give 100% every day. Thank God for my health and good health and great friends, and everything is great.
And that's where we're going to get a little personal. Share with me about your daily regimen, because you've done a great job taking care of yourself. I know when my father was approaching 65, my mother was adamant about him retiring. And I argued and look, he has too much energy. He does not want to retire. So finally, when he turned 70, he gave up, and he hates it. He hates it because he still has a lot of energy. What do you do to keep yourself in such great shape?
I do take care of myself. I always have taken care of myself. I don't drink, don't smoke, never have. Exercise regularly. I get about 10,000 plus steps a day. I'm always lifting boxes. I don't ask for help to lift anything or move anything. It's good for your muscles, good for your overall health. So the main thing is move your body every day. And I will not see retirement in the near future as long as God is in good health.
I tell you, man, she's 57 reversed, but you cannot tell by looking at her. Every time I see her, anybody that knows Miss Jones would tell you she's always dressed to the T. Do you have on high heels today?
I do.
She does. So she's 57 reversed, still sporting her high heels and walks. I have the stretch to keep up with her. Now tell me this, grandbabies. Do you have any of those?
Not babies. My youngest grandchild is 12 years old.
Wow. Well,
yeah.
How do you get to see your grandkids?
We see each other every September and every December. I love to skate, love to ice.
Hold on, time out. Did you just say skate like roller skate or ice skate or?
Ice skate. My daughter has a pond in her backyard, and
wow.
In the winter we go up and I use these muscles. They're good for you.
Well, I went ice skating in New York like too long ago, and I think I still have the bruise on my arm for that trip to ice skating. So one of the things that we are challenged by as retirees as you begin is that they don't have a plan. Sure. They have these magical numbers, 65, some for people 62, 70. And, I've been doing this for over 15 years. And those that stay active tend to have they age beautifully, so to speak. And even those that may not be in the best of shape, they get active, it actually can turn it around. So what would you recommend someone would do to kind of plan for that? I don't want to call it retirement, the next stage of life. And I consider that 65 and up. What would you recommend for someone to do to prepare for that?
Okay, the main thing for retirement is have a good retirement plan, have a good medical plan. As you age, you will have to go visit the doctor more often, but use your mind, be around young people, be around people your age, use your muscle, use your mind, stay with the latest technology because things change every day in the technology field. And you will need to know how to communicate with medical staff, with your grandchildren, and just with the overall community. Things are changing.
That brings us into a program that we're working on with Alief, ISD. And Dee is one of the spearheads of that in terms of she is tech savvy. If she doesn't know it, believe me, she has someone to call for it. So what we're doing across the city, we chose Alief because we have many people on our team that graduated from Alief School, the independent school there. But they've also been so very welcoming to us and so appreciative. I've never been a part of an organization that when you do things in that community, they're very appreciative of it and they support you throughout. But it brings us to what we call Simple Choice Tech Connect. As you can see behind us, the sign. What it's designed for is to help with the healthcare disparities, help with the disparities in technology. So what we are doing is that we are partnering with seniors in the community and with our high school students. Right now, we are focused primarily on those individuals as a part of AVID and Honor Roll, but we are open to people of all ages, all the way up to 25. Our focus is 17 to 25. And what we're doing is almost like Adopt a Senior, where we are looking to bring retirees on campus, visit them in churches, senior living facilities, off-site events like the zoo and other places like that. And we're walking them through those basic things that Miss D has mastered. Number one, as soon as we leave here, she's going to get on a Zoom call.
That's right.
Zoom, knowing how to use those online meetings are very important to get access to information. When we were standing there, she was checking her email on the phone. Very, very important. She texts me. Very, very important. And one of the things, is something as simple as having an email address specifically associated with your medical, because you log into those portals, they send you information via that. I'm gonna share with you a trick. Oftentimes, many of our clients have issue with forgetting their email password. So one of the things we teach in the class is like, hey, let's create a contact. That contact is going to be Gmail account, Yahoo account, or whatever it is. And we put the first name as a user ID, and we put their last name as a password. Very simple, right?
Yes.
But it ensures that you do not forget your password. Another big one for us in this space is, I don't know about you, but I absolutely love ordering my groceries online, either have them delivered to the front door or I stop by and pick them up. Now my daughter has mastered them. I'm getting, having 3 or 4 charges to one of these famous grocery stores around here, it gets pretty old. But even something like Uber and Lyft, we've unfortunately had situations where some of the insurance plans, particularly with the Medicare Advantage plans, they include transportation. And then using that transportation oftentimes is via Uber or Lyft, right? And we after with Grace Community Outreach, we provide scholarships sometimes where we will pay for those if they run their trips. And we've had so many situations where they just get frustrated and confused. They're stuck at the doctor's office, they're stuck at the hospital and can't get home. So having a partner, imagine a senior who runs into that problem can call their tech support, which would be a young person in the community or each other. I mean, someone, sure. They can serve that for someone. I'm sure many of you are very good with technology, but having someone help and support for those individuals who don't have access to the technology is very, very important. And many of the benefits are hidden within there. Yeah. We believe everyone should have access to know how to log into their online portal, understand what the benefits are, order groceries online. And one of the big ones for me is FaceTime.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because we have many of our seniors who may not be able to travel the way they used to, or like with Miss D, her family lives
out of state. And
to be able to see her grandbabies by just pressing a button on her phone goes a long way, even in the city. Because sometimes, I don't know about you, but driving across Houston, it's not always the simplest thing to do. So stay tuned to more information about the Simple Choice Tech Connect. We reach out and connect with more of the schools. So D, let me ask you this. At the young age of 57, do you still have goals?
Oh, always. You should always have goals.
So what are some of your goals you have in the next 3 to 5 years?
My goal is still to support many families, take better care of myself. Although, as I said, I get my rest. I don't overdo. When it's time to rest, I do rest. But when it's time to work, I hit it 100%. Just still supporting families, supporting the community, thanking my business partners, Simple Choice Healthcare, Memorial Harmon, wonderful partners. I appreciate them. And just have a sunny outlook every day. Just be grateful every day. Grateful to be alive. Grateful that your health is good. Just be thankful.
Do you think that mindset really is what keeps your mental health good? Because you always seem to be in good spirits. And many of our seniors are challenged with that. They don't engage. They're not touched. They're not hugged. They don't have those conversations. And unfortunately, this is one of the things, and this is shared about a program I worked on with it last year. I didn't realize how many grandmothers are actually taking care of their grandchildren. Can you kind of speak to how Alief is addressing that issue?
Yes, we have family centers. We have the family engagement that support just overall families, not just grandparents supporting their children, grandchildren, but just taking care of, embracing them, giving them helpful information. Give them information about mental health, how to take care of themselves, how to take care of their grandchildren, just being supportive overall.
We feel fortunate that way because we're able to help provide clothing, shoes, some situations, food, bikes for giveaways, things of that nature. We were able to bring in a whole tractor trailer load of stuff to support the maintenance team and the organization. We also, can you tell us, I know you have a few events coming up. I think you mentioned to me about in October, there's an event for breast cancer.
This breast cancer walk, it's called Pink Out. It's on a Saturday. We invite everybody to come out and walk, stomp out breast cancer. We give information out to families. I'm sure everyone has someone in their family that's touched by cancer, whether it's breast cancer or any kind of health issue with cancer. So we would love to have people come out and support that event.
Okay. I know we also have, it's a little ways away, but we're already collecting resources and things for it. Last year, we participated in a Christmas event that was pretty awesome. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, every year we support families in need. That includes grandparents that's raising grandchildren. I get the names from the counselors in Alief ISD, and we invite them to a huge Christmas giveaway. Love on them, support them. We give food away as well. But it's a wonderful event. Just embrace everyone that we need to.
So, Ms. D, you mentioned October. You mentioned December. Now, tell me about the huge event that takes place in November.
Okay, in November, we always support last year we supported 400 families. Wow. We give them a week's worth of groceries as well as a full Thanksgiving dinner. We have a drive-up for that event. We get the names from the counselors again to support those that are in need. So that is scheduled for November 21st at Crump Stadium, and we'll be giving out food for the families that needs it.
Well, so one of the things I've learned from Miss D, she's always told me just keep serving. And that motivates me because actually we are a technology consulting and insurance company, but I spend people are like, well, what do you do? What do you actually do? Because it's overwhelming. The need in our community is overwhelming. And I asked her before, how do you manage that? How do you manage? Because you see so much.
Yes.
And, even with what I see, I'm like, man, you have to sit down and take a breath because you can't help everybody, but some of the things are just totally out of their control. How do you manage that, seeing all the challenges and still be able to maintain what I call being sane?
The main thing is, with God's blessing, I do have great partners. I can call on any of the business partners at Alief, and they will always come through and support that family, including Mr. Jenkins. He's been wonderful. I pick up the phone. He knows that I do not abuse him, but I only call him when we definitely need him. And thank God he always come through 100% and over. So just main thing is maintaining transparency, maintaining good business partnerships, and you see the need. Just support.
So can you kind of elaborate on what a business partner is and what a business in the community can do to help support the Alief School?
Well, business partnership is partnering with businesses that can give back to families, whether it's food, their time, being a mentor, give them information out about healthcare services, anything that embrace the whole family. We just don't gimme. We also give back as a school district. If you had an event, need a band come and play for a grand opening. If you needed someone to do the Pledge of Allegiance, ROTC. So it's a two-way street. A partnership is truly a partnership.
No, one of the things we're looking to do in the fall is partner with some of the schools in the districts to create a information fair. And in that process, we'll have all the healthcare coverage carriers there, and then invite parents in to come learn about what their healthcare options are. Particularly, one of our big concerns, unfortunately, under the new administration, he is our president. You live in the United States, he's our president. There's a lot of change, in particular with Medicaid, that has me a little concerned. So what we are doing with that is that we'll have 1-800 numbers and satellite offices throughout the city. So if you are a retiree or not that are receiving information, now you're required to recertify every 6 months. And I don't know about you, but it's not unusual for me to get someone else's mail. I get calls every week with someone that has a letter or a mail that they don't understand. But I will encourage you, if you and your family member receive that notice from Health and Human Services, open it right away, do what's necessary, and feel free to reach out to us. They tell me I'm crazy because I give my personal cell phone number, 713-201-9402. If I don't answer, I'll call you back as soon as possible. But when we're dealing with our seniors and understanding they can lose all those benefits, Medicaid is an indication that they are financial hardship. Sure. And many times they have, many health issues that need to be addressed. And my concern is that people are going to have losses, whether it be interim over a couple of months or so, or whether it be permanent. Sure. A lot of the things that they've let slide in the back, they're not letting slide anymore. Even it relates to the ACA, which they call the Obamacare Marketplace, Affordable Care Act, all the same thing. And the reason we mention those things because many people in this community, as well as another partner we have in Aldine, hey, that's A&A. You got to find one more school to start with an A. We'll be AAA. But the reality is in those communities, a lot of those services are needed. They're detrimental to the well-being of our community because, as we stated before, many of the grandmothers are taking care of many of our youth. And if their grandmothers are not able to get the care that they need, then it's going to be a problem. And one of the things Ms. D mentioned is making sure you have a good health plan that gives us access to the information. We talked about this many times before. It's a curveball. You're not going anywhere anytime soon. But have you thought about who are your mentees that you're developing to do similar work that you do yourself?
Well, I have staff within Alief. I always say, do you need an assistant? When are you going to retire? So I just mainly tell them to just watch me, what I do. When I do decide to leave, and I don't see that in the near future, I'll be glad to assist them part-time. But I'm not training anyone because I'm not going anywhere. Hey, God is good.
I have unfortunately, I lost a client during COVID. He was 96 years. He did not stop working until his late 80s. Sure. He was still going on cruises. Sure. When he was 90 years old. And actually, when he passed away, he was more along the lines of he had lost 2 children. He had lost his wife. So he was just really really ready to go. But we want to encourage you, if you stay active, and one of the great ways you can stay active with technology, with youth, it's like my dad said, my father is 77 years young. And, my mother transitioned back in November, and just working with him to adapt to the situation. And believe it or not, one of the big things has been technology. I had to take him off my YouTube account, but hey, it's one of the things that help. So the foundation of many people has some level of spiritual component. Are you one that are involved in your church? Do you go to church? How big a part is spirituality in your life?
Oh, it's huge. My father-in-law was a pastor before he passed away for many years. Uncle is a pastor. So I am a believer in God. And as I said, I thank God every day for my health and for being able to do what I do and to give back.
Now, one of the things, as I've listened to Ms. D share stories about her family, particularly her husband, and how they've moved around, this is the question I'm sure everyone in Alief Independent School District wants to know. How do you make those relationships last as long as yours have?
Being transparent, being for real, just being honest with them. Just open your heart. I have friends in every state we lived in, which is 7 states. So yeah, I have a huge family.
Wow. Well, we want to thank you for tuning in. And again, our main purpose of the day, one, we wanted to highlight such an amazing young lady and learn a little bit from her, because her ability to do what she does is many variables. She has a loving family. She's connected with her children, her grandchildren. She has a great relationship with her spouse. She has a spiritual foundation. Yes. She's built many relationships within the within the school district, and she's built business partners. Yes. So what I've learned from her, and I'm learning from her, is that you don't try to do it all yourself. Sure. You have to develop other people. Now, I say that to many of our retirees that are out there. You still matter. Yes. You have a lot of value. There's a lot you have to offer. So whatever your field of human endeavor was, there are many youth that would love, that need to hear from you. Yes. And to get an understanding of how to navigate life. Yes. How to navigate being a parent. How to navigate, relationship. Because relationships are easy, right? But that being said, I have one last question, Ms. D. How can someone get in contact with you to become a business partner to help support our youth in Alief? It's very easy. Online, aliefisd.net. All my contact information is there. But also, I'll give it to you now. My email address is Delores, DELORES .Jones@aliefisd.net. My cell phone number, 713-501-6596. And if you are a retiree in the area, or if you're a youth between the ages of 17 to 25, or even older or younger, please reach out to us to see how you can support our seniors, our retirees, because technology is changing every day, and they need the support from a medical and just from a daily living and ability to engage. If you want to get in contact with us directly, the website is sctechconnect.com, sctechconnect. All the socials are the same, SC Connect. If you want more information about our insurance brokerage, we deal with Medicare, Medicaid, individual health insurance, commercial health insurance, life insurance, long-term care, annuities, dental, vision, everything that relates to the body. We're there to assist you. Say God bless you and have an amazing day. Thank you.